Hello everyone, it's Kathy and welcome back to my YouTube channel and back here in my craft room. I'm really excited to be here today. I am sorry this is not a live video, this is a recorded video, and if you saw my post on our Facebook page, Kathy's Random Acts of Stampin', then you already know I'm having plumbing issues with my sewer backing up into my house. So it is not an easy situation that I'm in. I do have a plumber that is supposed to be here around 11 o'clock a.m. and it's about 10 o'clock now, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get through this video before he gets here, so I can't promise this is going to go up at 12 noon, but whenever it does go up it will be sometime this Friday, which is today. Normally I go live at 12 noon, but under the circumstances I couldn't take a shower this morning because everything is backed up. You got to be very careful using the restroom because everything's backing up. So it is a very unpleasant situation to say the least, but my dogs need a bath and I can't bathe them. I got dirty dishes in the sink and dirty clothes in the laundry room that's driving me crazy, but I can't do either. I can't run the dishwasher, so the list just goes on. Anyway, enough about me and my woes. I am still very grateful and very, very thankful to be here with all of you. And if you notice what we have here, Jennifer suggested that I needed to do something for Valentine's. Well, y'all know I'm in love with those adorable owls. That is a free stamp set during the celebration period. And this was a card that I made as my prototype. And I loved it, but I thought with the solid and with the designer series paper, it was a little bit too busy. So I decided to kind of bring it down a notch, you might say. So I'm going to set that right there and I'm going to show you what we're going to do first. I am going to go ahead and do my stamping first because I want to show you, if you notice these owls are in opposite direction, they're mirroring each other, and I want to show you how to do that. Now some of you may have seen this, but I want to show you a really simple and easy way to do this, and it's going to involve your Stamparatus. The two things you're going to need is your Stamparatus and a clean silicone craft sheet. These two items are going to be crucial for what we're doing. So I'm going to show you. It is a very simple process, but you just have to walk your way through it step by step. So I'm going to take my adorable owls and lay that right there just to hold my door up so that everything's nice and even. I am going to put this piece of cardstock, and this is just a little scrap that I knew that I could stamp both of my owls on. So I'm going to put this one here all the way into the corner. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to stamp this one here, then I'm going to turn it around and do the other one on the other side. But I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. I am going to position my owl just like that. Go ahead and pick him up, and I'm going to put a magnet on my piece so it doesn't move. And the Stamparatus has two magnets that come with it, and they house on the back. They've got a little, oop, you don't want that to happen. They have a little parking place back here where you can park your magnets, which I love, and I've got tape on mine that kind of makes it easy for me just to pull them off like that. So what I'm going to do, since I'm going to be stamping over here, I'm going to put a magnet right there just to hold that secure and in place. And because I know that I'm going to be coloring these with alcohol markers, I'm going to grab my memento. Let me move this over so you can see what I'm doing as well. Something like that. And I'm going to take my memento and I'm going to ink this up really, really, really good. Something like that. And then we're going to stamp him down. I got a little piece of fuzz on that. I just don't want it to transfer ink onto my paper, so I'm pulling that off. I'm going to go ahead and ink him one more time. And that's the good thing about the Stamparatus. You can ink your image over and over to get the darkness that you desire. Now I'm going to ink this again, but this time I'm going to move my paper or my cardstock. I'm going to move my magnet completely off. And I'm going to take the silicone craft mat and lay it in here. But I will make sure that my little bumpy edge where the Stampin' Up! Logo is right there in that corner. See it? I'm making sure that's up away from where I'm stamping. So what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and put a magnet on this to hold it in place. And I'm going to go ahead and ink him again. And I'm going to stamp directly onto the silicone craft sheet. And I'm probably going to do this about 3 or 4 times because I want a really good impression on the silicone craft sheet. This is called mirror stamping. And whenever you mirror stamp, you're basically putting an image onto a surface that you can transfer to your paper. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Really give that a good press so that the ink is really transferring onto there. Really good. And one more time, I'm going to really press it right in there. Now we're going to take our piece of cardstock and I'm going to lay this over top. Let me move that ink out of my way so I don't get my hand in it. And I'm going to just rub with my fingers, really rub that image. And that's going to, believe it or not, it's going to transfer it up to my paper. So let's lift it. The image is just about gone there. Can you see that? But look what we have here. We have that owl. Love, love, love it because now we can color that owl and we have an image that are going to be facing each other, and you'll see that in just a minute. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Stampin' Mist and spray directly onto my owl because I want to lift that ink off of my stamp. I'm going to grab my little microfiber towel and just clean that up right there on my Stamparatus. And I'm going to do the same thing over here on my silicone craft sheet. Just take that stamp cleaner and wipe it really good. And that's another good way. Now I wash mine with just soap and water at my sink with my Dawn dish detergent, and they clean up really good, but you want to keep those clean. I have 2, and I keep one that's kind of dedicated to doing my ink transfer and things like that, and then I keep the other one where I'd use it for glue. Now it's not to say that you got to have 2 of them, absolutely not, but I do it and just because, I mean, I sell Stampin' Up! And I get a really good discount, and a lot of times it just makes it easy when I'm making these different videos if I have the extra products so I don't have to go clean and come back. You get it, I'm sure. So now what we're going to do is we're going to color our little owls. Now you see that's the transferred one. It's not as vibrant as the one that we stamped directly, and that's okay. That is going to be okay. I'm going to grab my black, my smoky slates, and my bronze and ivory. Now I'm going to do one of them in bronze and ivory, one in the smoky slate, and this is my black that if I need to go around anything, I can. Alright, I'm back, and I went ahead and mirror stamped this, and then I started going around and I realized I need to turn my camera back on. So anyway, all I've done was took my dark smoky slate and I just went around his head. So I'm going to go in with my dark first. I'm not going to do the inside area. I'm going to do the outside of his head and the outside of his body. So I am going to just do some little circles. Something like that. I'm going to do one side of his ear. I'm going to save the other side for the lighter. Like that. Then I'm going to come in and do his body. Just little wings. I think these are so adorable. They are just the cutest little owls ever. And like I said, this is a free stamp set. All you have to do is spend $50 and you get your $50 worth of product, plus you get to choose a free $50 Stampin' Up item for free. And like I said, everything in the Stampin' Up catalog, I mean the Celebration catalog, is free. You cannot purchase it. You can only earn it. So if you see something in there that you love and you just would absolutely love to have, go ahead and make yourself a wish list and shop for it. And the next thing you know, you'll have it, and you will have your free stamp set or paper as well. Now I'm going to come in with my light, and I'm just going to go into his ears right here. And I'm going to go around his eyes. And then let's go around here. And you can see how it lightens up as you start to color. The images get a little lighter, especially as this starts to dry. Alright, then I'm going to do his little belly. Something like that. Then I want to come back in, and I'm going to use a pumpkin pie, and the inside of his eyes I want to use a Tahitian blue, and I think I grabbed a light, and I've got a light crumb cake, and then of course my pumpkin pie. So his little beak is going to be that beautiful orange, and then I'm going to do his little feet the same color. Like that. And let's go ahead and do this one as well, since we got the orange or the pumpkin pie out. And his little feet. Okay. Now I'm going to grab that crumb cake, and I want to go just around here. Just a little bit of brown. Then we're going to come back in with this Tahitian tide. And then he has blue eyes, or she has blue eyes. We're going to call her the girl, and we're going to call this one the boy. Now, I'm going to need, this is my smoky slate. This is my dark smoky slate. my crumb cake. I'm not going to need the crumb cake or the blue, so I'm going to put those back where they belong. But I am going to need the bronze and the yellow, and I'm going to do a little something else on this. I see a little bit of space right in here. There, that one's done. Now let's concentrate on this one. Now this one we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to use this ivory around the face. Oops, I don't want the brush tip, I want the bullet tip. So right around here, this one I'm just doing the opposite. I'm going to go ahead and color its little belly. And then I'm going to come in with the bronze, and we are going to color the rest of them in this pretty bronze color. So this is going to be a beautiful little brown owl. And this takes a little bit of time to do the coloring, but it's very, very relaxing. Now I'm going to take that ivory one more time and go up here where his little ears are and just kind of blend that in a little bit. And then I want to take I'm going to take the dark crumb cake, and I'm going to go around his eyes. I want to give him some nice pretty dark eyes, so I'm going to use the bronze again. This is a very pretty color for brown eyes. And I'm going to take my white pen, because it looks like I got rid of the white right here. And I'm going to give him a little dot of white. I think it just makes the eyes pop. Let's do a little bit there and there as well on the gray owl. So I think that just makes the eyes pop. So we'll do that, and let me answer a text message and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have these completely colored, and now we are ready to fussy cut. Now, a lot of people get a little intimidated with fussy cutting. I have learned that if I hold my scissors like this, and that's a little bit different because most of us want to hold our scissors like this. If you put your middle finger into that second hole in your thumb and brace your scissors against with your index finger, you have a lot more control over it, and it just makes it much easier when you get ready to cut these out. Alright, our little owls are all cut out, and I edged around them, and they are beautiful and ready to go on the card. And see what I mean about the mirror imaging? So we've got both of them facing in the same direction, whereas if I'd have stamped them both, they both would have been like that. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted them to be kind of looking at each other, so like little love owls. And what I did is I cut a card base. This is a half a sheet of 8.5 by 11. Let me zoom y'all out a little bit. Oops, always go the wrong way. So what I did is I cut a piece of cardstock in half. So this piece measures 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. So basically what you do is you have a full piece of cardstock. You put it in with the 11-inch side at the top of your trimmer. You cut it at 5.5, so that cuts it in half. And then you turn it and you bring it over to 4 1/4, and then you use your score blade and you score it. And then you fold it, and then we have our piece like this. I also cut a mat using the Country Floral. I love this paper, it's so pretty. This is one of the sheets in it, and the one that I used on here was out of there as well, and that was the blue. Let's see, there's several blue ones in here, but it was this one. So this piece right here. So this time I decided to use this, and I decided to put it down first rather than on top because I just felt like the other one was a little bit too busy. So I thought I will try it a different way. I also pulled out a die set that I have called Picture This. And this is the die set. It has 2 dies in it, and one is rectangles, the other one is circles, and they're stitched, which makes it beautiful because it stitches not only the part that cuts away, but the part that's left. So I thought that was really neat. So this is called Picture This. This is in our annual catalog. And what I decided to do was take a piece of Sweet Sorbet. I laid that die down on this piece, and this piece measures 3 3/4 by 5. And I did it just 1/4 inch smaller than the mat of the Designer Series paper. So that's all going to go on here like this. And then we're going to bring our owls in, and each owl is going to be here and here. And I got to decide what I want to do for the inside of these. And I'm thinking I might leave this one like it is and put something over, similar to what I did here with this one, but I haven't fully decided yet. I want it to look a little different, but yet pretty much the same items that I use, just kind of switching everything up a little bit. So what I need to do at this point is I need to go ahead and get this piece down on here. Now I used the adhesive strips. These are the foam adhesive strips, and I used them on my other card because I wanted this to be lifted up. I wanted it to have dimension. So we're going to pull some of these strips off, and I'm going to show you how they work. They are wonderful. And what I'm going to do is run a strip across the top, and I want to get it up to the edge, but not where it shows. About like that, and then we're going to take our paper snips and just snip. Then I'm going to run another one down the side here. These are also wonderful for shaker cards. Alright, so there, that's going there. And we're going to get another piece. And I'm going to run this one across the bottom. bring it back because I'm too close to the edge. About like that. And then snip. And then we're going to do this one like that. And go ahead and snip. And then we're going to put this piece right here. I'm going to cut some more smaller pieces just to put in between here and there so that it gives us a good substantial holding on this card. So one there. And cut a longer piece, but I'm going to cut it in two because I want a piece right here. Yeah, maybe here. And here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the backers off. Throw those in the trash. And get these all off. There we go. Now make sure, the way I like to do this is make sure that your two medium-sized holes, you have two that are the same, three that are the same, and one that is a little larger than everything else. So I'm going to bring over my Designer Series paper and I am going to lay this down like that and give it a good press. And now we can put this whole thing onto our Mossy Meadow card base. And like I said, do not fret over the measurements because all of this is going to be on my blog, and you can find that in the description below this video. There'll be a place where it says click here for my blog, and just click that link and it'll take you directly over. And once you're there, you will find a place where it will say free PDF tutorial. Click here and just click on that, and that'll take you to the PDF, and you'll have everything that you need so you can actually do this card as well. Now I want one of these little birdies here and one here, very similar to that. So I'm going to put glue just on the bottom where the feet are. And I'm going to bring him down to the bottom like so. I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. I'm going to put glue on this portion and then bring his feet all the way down to the bottom, and I want them both angled kind of the same. Isn't that cute? And I think I might do something a little different. Rather than using the heart from the stamp set, which is the Country Bouquet, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my, let's see how big the heart punch. These are so neat. They are a set of 2 punches, and they are called the heart punch. And you have a scalloped heart and a plain heart. The scalloped heart's a tiny bit bigger, so you can actually do a heart. So I think I'm going to try making a scalloped heart, and I'm going to use the Sweet Sorbet for it. Or do I want white? Let's try white for that. And that actually is the right size, so we can punch that out using a piece of scrap white. And then we're going to use the Sweet Sorbet and punch the plain heart. And I think what I may do is, and y'all know that I am flying blind right here because I didn't have this planned. But y'all know me. I usually fly by the seat of my pants anyway. And look how pretty that looks on there. Don't you love that? So I might want to heat emboss on here. And what if we put the heart? Maybe I don't want to heat emboss. Maybe I want to put the heart right here between our two little lovebirds. I don't know. It's screaming that it needs something. So maybe we will. Let me put my punches back up. I'm wondering what it would look like if we did this heart on top of this heart and heat embossed it in white. Let's try it. You know, hey, we're hanging out together. Let's have a little fun. So I'm going to grab my little powder tool. And I'm going to powder this up really good. Like so. Then I'm going to take my Versamark ink. And I am going to ink this little heart up really good. And I'm going to put it down right about there. Oh, I got a little bit there that I didn't want, but you know what? That's all right. We're going to do something else. We're going to put some little hearts in the middle. So let's take these hearts. We're going to load them on a smaller block and ink those up and put those right here. Very pretty. All right. So now we are ready to get out our embossing powders, and I want to use the white. And I am going to use my tweezers that comes in the Essential pack, which it comes with a tray that I don't use because I have all my embossing powders like this. But I'm going to take this and bring it over and take my white embossing powder and just put all over it. Now see right down there at the bottom where I got a little tiny bit of embossing powder that I do not want. I'm going to take a little paintbrush and just see if I can clean that up just a little bit. Can you see what I did? Let's try it again. That looks pretty good. All right, let's close this up and get it out of our way. And I'm going to take my microfiber towel and just wipe that out of my way. Then I'm going to grab my heat tool and I'm going to let it warm up just for a minute. Then we're going to go ahead and heat set this. And once this gets warm enough, it'll start melting that powder, and you'll see it go from a dull white to a very pretty shiny white. And that was easy and all done. Alright, so now we can put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of that. I'm going to let it cool just for a minute. Let's see how this is going to look before I do all that. Oh, you know what? I'm not too sure. I don't want to stick that in that hole just a little bit. Or do I want to cover that one up like that? I might just cover that big hole up. We could do that. Alright, I think this is cool enough now. I can turn it over so I can put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. And I think we're going to do about 3. And then we're just going to sit this on here. So we got that nice pretty scalloped edge showing all the way around, and I like that. I really, really like that, and I think I do want it up here. So let's see. I like it like that, and I'm not too sure I'm not going to leave it like this. I'm going to put glue, liquid glue, around the outside edges of my heart. And then I'm going to set my heart back in right about here. Just like that. What do y'all think? I think it's super adorable. And the only thing we got left to do is a sentiment, and I'm going to put a sentiment across here. It's going to look totally different than our other card, and that's exactly what I was shooting for when I made this one. I didn't want it to look as busy, and I wanted it to be really beautiful. And look, we can cut a piece off of here, and let's put how about if we put just wanted to say? Let's see if that will fit. Just wanted to say. Yep, I think that's going to be a little bit too long. Yep. All right, let's just put I love you then. And you know what we're going to do with this? We're going to actually, I haven't decided. I am so indecisive, y'all. Y'all know that about me. I'm wondering, let's try this. Let's try our, I'm looking for a punch, y'all, so bear with me. The double oval punch. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. I went ahead and punched both of them because that piece of paper is not going to be any more good for anything else. And I wasn't sure if I want to use the plain one or the scalloped one. I like the scallop. I love the scallop. Ah, I love it. I love it. Okay, we're going to stamp with love. I still wanted to say, just wanted to say. You know, I think I can get that on there. And then I could put on the inside, I love you. Just wanted to say I love you. So we're going to put this one back in here that says, the one that says with love. And we're going to try this. So I'm going to get my Sweet Sorbet. I'm trying to keep everything kind of in this color family. Although, yeah, let's keep it like this. Let's grab a stamp block. Ah, it worked. Yay! And that, I love it when you can get an item onto your card that you really love. And we're going to squeeze that in right about there. And that's really covering up those holes. But I still have a hole here and here, which I love that. So I'm going to put adhesive on both sides. Yeah, let's use liquid glue because we have a little wiggle room to get it in there. So I'm just going to put some glue over on this side and a little bit right here on this side. And then I'm going to slide this down. Probably should have put the glue up. Well, you know, I think that's stuck. I think that's going to work. And there we go. There's the front of our card. I love that. Don't you think it's precious? Love, love, love it. It looks so much different than the other one. Equally beautiful. I really am looking at both of them now, and I'm not sure which one I love the best. I do want to put, I don't think I'm going to do a bow on this one. I think I'm going to just do some gems. So let's do some little pearls. I think the pearls will show up really good. I'm going to put one right here and maybe one right here. And let's do this bigger one. How about right there? That gives us our 3 pearls. That gives us a good pull to the eye. Just wanted to say, and we're going to put a white card mat in here. And let me grab a piece of white. And I always go to my scrap bin first because I've got scraps like this up the yin-yang. So I'm trying to use up my scraps before I actually cut into another piece of paper. And sometimes that can be difficult because it's so easy just to grab a fresh piece. But I really want to use these up. So we need this piece to be 4. By 5 1/4. And that's going to fit right there perfectly. But we want to stamp. I want to do some of those little hearts that I had a while ago. So we're going to do those in some sweet sorbet. And we're going to grab the one that says, I love you. Just wanted to say, I love you. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to grab my little hearts. And I want them to go here. And let's grab a stamp block for the I love you. And see if we can get that a little straighter. And I think I'm going to stamp the I love you in black. And the reason I want to do that is I want it to kind of pop from the red. So, and I'm going to actually grab a pigment ink for that. This is not a Stampin' Up! Product, but I do love this for some sentiments because it makes them nice and dark. So, I love you. Very pretty. And then we're going to grab that sweet sorbet. And we're going to do some hearts. Some hearts. Some hearts. Don't you just love it when you can just stamp like this? I love that. Love it, love it. I think that, well, you know what, let's do 2 more right here. And look, it's almost like it's shaping a heart. Oh, let's go ahead and do I love that. That's so pretty. All right, that's going to be our little mat for the inside. So, look what I just did. I cannot stamp without putting my fingers in my ink pad. So, y'all know that about me. If you've been watching me for any period of time, you know that an open ink pad and me are a recipe for disaster. But that's okay. You know what? These little alcohol wipes that I make clean me right up. Gets the ink right off of me so I don't make a mess on my card, my mat. So I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal on the back of this because it's nice and quick. Open this up. And stick it down. And there is our little card. This is the little card that couldn't. This is the little card that I really wanted to bring to y'all this today in live, but it didn't work out. So here we are doing a recorded video. So it's all good. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you love it. Here's the same layout. It looks a little different. Oh, let me come back out a little bit so you can see them both. There we go. So there's both of our cards. I hope that you love them. They're both, I think, equally beautiful in their own different sort of way. We still showcase those adorable owls. And again, like I said, do not forget that this is absolutely a free stamp set. $50 purchase, and you can get these beautiful little owls. And you've got 3 owls and then 3 sentiments that are absolutely adorable. I love this one. I love that one. I haven't stamped him yet. I have stamped these 2. So I got to play with him too, because what a beautiful little birthday card that would make. All right. I'm thanking you once again for tuning in. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is worthy. So until we craft again, God bless and keep you. Love you guys so much. Bye-bye.